Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakach Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. That's what these lessons are for. All right. This is going to be a response video. Nothing too lengthy. There's a few words on this video by Lion's Den, Chaazaq's account of what happened to the Israelites movement past and present, which this is the man Chaazaq here, or Elder Chaazaq, you know, as they call him, which, you know, to be candid, we didn't heard, you know, accounts and stories from the apostles, you know, dealing with this man, Elder Chaazaq. And, you know, we know he was back in the old school. He was part of the seven, you know. Hey, but to be honest, man, and I'm speaking for a lot of brothers, you know, I've been in this truth about 15 years. And this is my first time seeing this man, you know what I'm saying? And Apostle Tahar said this a long time ago. Don't be surprised if, you know, you see guys, you know, coming out of the woodwork, you know what I'm saying? They go in the back of their closet and pull out that old garment, that old moth-eaten garment from the 80s and so on and so forth, and throw it on, and with the armbands and all that, and the headbands, and call themselves out there like they always been out there. Which, hey man, I'm not saying nothing to be disrespectful to this man or to besmirch his character or whatever have you, but hey man, we ain't never seen him. All right, this is the first time I ever seen him, man. All right, this is Matthew chapter 19 verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Now we know the Lord said that. Okay, that's the reward that's gonna happen. These men are gonna receive when that time comes, man. Okay. Which we believe some of those men have passed away, you know, already. You know, we always speak about King Marshall, we speak about the Elder Yaquab, okay, the High Priest Yaquab, pardon me, you know, and other men that have passed away, okay, in this truth, okay, they're going to receive. And of course, you have some men that are of the 12 that are still here, you know, teaching the word to this very day, wherever they may be, okay. It says, and everyone that has forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. So this thing come with sacrifice, which is not, it doesn't mean that, oh, you got a brother or a sister, or your father, your mother, your woman, and your children, you know, you're just supposed to cut them all off when you come into the truth. But if it's something that's getting in the way of, you know, in other words, it's not conducive to having both, to, you know, doing the work and maintaining, you know, other things. If it's becoming too much to maintain something else, then you may go ahead and cut that off, or just not deal with that person for the truth's sake, man. Okay, which is certain, you know, brothers have, you know, cut off, you know, certain people, so on and so forth, women and whatnot, man, to focus on the word. Okay, that's already happened. But here's the point that I'm getting to. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Which what this is going into is the gist of the point that I'm making, man. You know, you got guys that came into this thing when he watched the show here. He said he came in way back when in the 70s. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And here it is. Like I said, I came in the early 2000s. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Now here it is. Just like the time when Moses Okay, you have Joshua, you had Caleb. Okay, Moses saw the land, but the Lord didn't let him go into the land. Okay, Joshua and Caleb were the only two elders and the children that went into the land. Okay, and all the older folks died in the wilderness, man. Scriptures tell you about that, man. So it's the same effect that's happening now. You're gonna have, certain men that were back then, all right, that they ain't gonna make it, but the men that come in at the last, they gonna receive the kingdom. They gonna receive that penny. Okay, you're not supposed to take no hiatuses, man. And this is also, going into Esau. Okay, how Esau was the firstborn, but he's gonna be the last. All right, and how here it is, we put down as the last right now in the society, but we shall be the first. So the Heavenly Father's coming to set everything right side up. Okay, so that's a twofold scripture. Okay, so men that came into this thing way back when and fell off, they're gonna end up coming into the kingdom in a reincarnation. When the men that came in at the last, they gonna end up getting the kingdom first, going way back to Joshua and Caleb being the only elders to come in the promised land, and the rest of the youths, or like it tells you in the book of James, it calls us little children. Why? Because those are the same people that were coming into the promised land during that time that are going to come into the truth this time and endure all the way to the end, man. Okay, and though the rest that fall off, they fall into the category of the 2/3, man. Okay, so from here, let me go, to Isaiah 30 and 20, which is a scripture that he quoted, but it's kind of like in my head, you make it look like a facial expression, like, well, what the fuck, what the hell, how you pull that out? This is Isaiah 30 and 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity, which is what our people have, the bread of adversity we suffer in this society, being the last hired and the first fired, dealing with all different kind of financial, how you call it, hedges from the so-called white man, and, pretty much just they're plotting against us, man, to keep us down, which really is the curses of the Lord being placed upon us, man. It says in the water of affliction, which ties in, it says, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And I'll be honest with you, man, going back to 2007, 2008, watching videos on YouTube, learning about this truth, the men that I saw were the apostles of Great Millstone. I mean, you had Nate out there, you had Bonloya, so on and so forth. Okay, you had even back then the so-called Comforter that was on the scene. It's my knowledge that he died, a while back, a few years ago or something like that. Okay, but like I said, I ain't never seen the elder Chaazaq. I never seen him. We heard stories about him, you know what I'm saying? But we never seen him, man. All right? You see what I'm saying? Who we did see were the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Nate was out there. He was out there on Eastern Parkway. He used to wear the Hawaiian shirts. This is before he became Hollywood Nate on Essence Magazine and all that. All right? He was wearing the Hawaiian shirts on Eastern Parkway. Okay? You saying he had one reader, and you have Bonloya was out there giving him hell with Daniela, okay, and the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Zabak, you had Zabak out there. You see what I'm saying? Now he talking about building up, New Jerusalem or something like that, somewhere in the woods in Atlanta or some shit like that. Okay, you see what I'm saying? But thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And the same velocity the apostles and elders were teaching. I'm talking about Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabal, Apostle Rakal, Apostle Rimlab, the bishops, all the way on down. The same way they've been teaching the word going back then is the same way they're teaching it now. All right? and the Spirit has, revealed certain things and brought other things to mind and remembrance. Okay. Amen. And through the Spirit, man, this thing is moving. But hey, the whole thing is that this thing been moving without you, all these years. So for you to pop back up on the scene, it brings something to mind that Apostle Tahar said a long time ago. And he said, don't be surprised if these guys come out the woodwork. You know what I'm saying? They bring their old, they go in the back of their closet to find that old moth-eaten garment, you know what I'm saying, from the 70s and 80s. And all of a sudden they throw their armbands back on, and now all of a sudden it's time to teach again. See, the thing with them, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, they ain't never take no hiatus, man. They ain't never take no hiatus, which that's the perfect segue for this here. Luke 9:62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back. What does it mean when it say look back? Okay, it means that you're going how you call it, take a hiatus from the truth, or call yourself retiring from teaching the word to go, do your own thing. Oh, I got some land, I want to go deal with that. Oh, I got this, I got a wife, I want to go make a family, so on and so forth. Which those are all things you could really do while you in the truth, okay? While you continuing to teach the word, all right? As long as what you're trying to do is not hindering you from teaching the word, all right, then do what you got to do. The scriptures tell you to be, we got to use this word but not abuse it, all right? It says, it's not, let me read it again. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. That's right, man. All right? So you're supposed to be kingdom-minded. You're supposed to want to inherit the kingdom. When Yahushua rose and he was getting ready to leave again, what did they tell him? They told him, look, in the book of Acts, the 1st chapter, will thou at this time restore the kingdom unto Israel? Okay? You're supposed to be kingdom-minded, okay? Now, there were some things he said in the video, all right, that shit, even I'd like to pick his brain on certain things, because he go back even further than Apostle Tahar and, Apostle Gabal, Apostle Rakar, Apostle Rhymelab. I'm talking about concerning the history. As far as the doctrine, I don't really need to, learn anything from him concerning that, but I would like to know more about the history going back then. But whether or not that happens, it's not really important, because either way, we're going to learn about that when Yahushua comes, and even greater things. You see what I'm saying? So I looked up the word a candle, or the words a candle. This is Matthew 5:15. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. So the candle is talking about the truth, man. Okay? Like when the scriptures tell you in Isaiah, the 24th chapter, behold, I will search Jerusalem with candles. The candles are talking about the different camps out there, man. All right? Now, if you got the word of the Lord, you're likened unto a candle. You're supposed to give light unto all that are in the house. Meaning what? The house of Israel. Okay? We're supposed to teach the children of Israel, to bring in, the guests for this great wedding that's getting ready to happen, man. But you ain't been doing that. Because if so, who's gonna say, oh, listen, I'm the fruit of the elder Chaazaq. I ain't never seen you, my man. I ain't never seen you. Okay? Brothers ain't never seen you, man. So that means if the apostles, if the Spirit of the Lord didn't jump on them, if the Lord didn't put the Spirit on them to be out there pushing the word, well, we'd have all been what? Still in the world? Come on, man. Scriptures tell you about, you wiping the blood off of the hands, off your hands by going out there teaching the word, man. This is Mark 4:21. And he said unto them, Is a candle brought to be put under a bushel or under a bed and not to be set on a candlestick? It's the same thing, man. You got to push it out there, okay? If you a leader, you're supposed to be on the front lines, man, with the men. But you ain't been out here, man. All right, now here all of a sudden you get a little platform, you know what I'm saying? Y'all couldn't even get the goddamn audio right. I mean, which that happens sometimes, but it was kind of comical. Y'all couldn't even y'all couldn't even get the audio right in the beginning, okay? Which I was like, this shit is crazy. But I listened and whatnot, man. And like I said, I ain't disrespecting the man. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you supposed to be out here teaching the word, man. Okay? Luke 8:16. No man that has lighted a candle covereth it with a vessel. Right? Because if you cover a candle with a vessel, what's going to happen to the candle, to the light? The fire's going to be put out. Okay? You see what I'm saying? It says, or putteth it under a bed, but setteth it on a candlestick that they which enter in may see the light. And how many men can say, look, I'm the fruit of Elder Chaazaq? All right? I damn sure can't say that. I'm a fruit of the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shit, when I was coming into the camp, you start watching the videos, you didn't really know who was the head. You like, damn, they all on fire. Your Apostle Ricard, get up there. Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, get up there. Apostle Rhymelab, you know what I'm saying? The other bishops, they'll get up there, be speaking, you know what I'm saying? Kicking the word on fire, man. You ain't really know who the hell was the leader. You know what I'm saying? It's only till you come on down, you know what I'm saying, then you realize, oh, okay, all right. You know, Apostle Tahar is the man, you know what I'm saying? In the leadership. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? The Most High set that man in that position, man. And he's been holding it down, man. As a true leader should, man. Which I ain't, you know what I'm saying, kissing ass, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, man. It says, Luke 11:36, if thy whole body therefore be full of light, having no part dark, the whole shall be full of light. It says, as when the bright shineth of a candle doeth give thee light. That's right, and that's what this truth does, man. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Now he was saying some things about, you know, King Marshall and whatnot. Well, listen, whether, you know, a person believes that or they don't believe it, you know what I'm saying, that got nothing to do with it, man. Okay, whatever. All right, believe it or believe it not. The time is gonna come when you gonna know the truth, man. All right, you gonna know who King David was and so on and so, which we believe it was King Marshall, or it is King Marshall. But hey, man, if you can't accept it or receive it, it is what it is, man. Luke 15:8. It says, either what woman having 10 pieces of silver, if she lose one piece, doeth not light a candle and sweep the house and seek diligently till she find it? And this was stuff that was happening back then. Okay. So we're going to show you how prevalent that light is, man. And Yahweh Shai is the light. That's why Yahweh Shai said, if I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto me. Okay. This is why you got to put Yahweh Shai on a pedestal. Yahweh Shai got to be up on that candlestick. Okay. Because if he be lifted up, he will draw all men unto him. And that's what it's about. Okay. It's about the Lord drawing you. All right. Revelation 8:18, Salakia 18:23. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. This is talking about America going down. So see, at the end of this all, at the end of it all, man, this place is going to be destroyed, man. Okay, and those of you who have not been doing the work of the Lord, who came in way back then and took hiatuses, or one guy, you know, like the apostles said, they brought the story out, said he gonna move down to the south, he getting married and he gonna go down south with his woman and all that, man. Well, see how much that's gonna help you when that time come, man. All right. It says, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom, which is the voice of Yahweh Shai, which is that candle I was talking about, that the scriptures is talking about, and of the bride, which is the men of the Lord being out there teaching the word, shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the sea. This is talking about America and their commerce, their trafficking. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. So this is what America has done. Okay, to all nations, they've deceived nations by their sorceries, man. Okay, so what I did like about the video, I mean, he was going into certain things on how the Comforter sold out and how they went up there to New Jersey, and he was asking them for all this money. You know what I'm saying? Some things I was like, oh, okay, all right. That's interesting. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I would like to pick his brain on, stuff that, some of that history and whatnot that maybe the apostles are not privy about. But as far as the doctrine, man, we got the word. You know what I'm saying? And we just got to keep on teaching it, man. Hey, so this has been a short, response video to this. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Shalom to the elect.